Welcome to the Jesus Show. Not that one.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. I believe we've been off for a week maybe?
Yeah.
I think a week and a half, 2 weeks? I don't know how long we've been gone. Let's start top of the show stuff. Let's go with, remember guys, follow me on Instagram at the Jesus Show NTO, Twitter at Jesus Show NTO, Facebook, the Jesus Show, not that one, TikTok, the Jesus Show, not that one, YouTube, type in the Jesus Show, not that one, or the Jesus Show NTO, and email me are your questions, comments, concerns, the Jesus Show NTO at gmail.com. Excuse me. All right, this episode, so we just moved to Crown Point, Indiana. We're currently having a moving nightmare. And I feel as if, this episode is going to be heavy on that. There's other things obviously I want to talk about, but we're currently, as you can see, there's nothing behind me. This is going to be the studio, and it looks like a hostage video. Hey everybody, I'm fine. I really am fine, I'm good. But it's a makeshift studio for right now. Allie is off camera.
Hey guys.
We're also trying shooting a little different, where I don't have the laptop in front of me and I'm not controlling any of that and I'm not monitoring anything. So I'm gonna let Allie be my, hey, she's gonna tell me too high or too low, try to figure it out. Yeah. So we're in Crown Point. We're renting a house from one of Allie's high school friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where we're currently at. We got here, Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Thursday. Today is Tuesday?
What did we get? Yeah.
I don't even know what fucking day it is. Tuesday. Today's Tuesday.
It's been a week since we left.
A week since we left. 5 days since we've been here in Crown Point. And this portion of the episode is brought to you by Crown Brewing. Crown Brewing, fantastic. What is this, the cream? I got the cream ale.
The Howler is the cream ale.
Yeah, the cream ale. Fantastic. This place, this little howler was donated to me, which was kind of cool, by Crown Brewing. Fantastic, thank you guys, appreciate it. If you guys are ever in Crown Point, go to Crown Brewing. Right next to, it's connected to Carriage Court Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I usually fuck up names, but I want to make sure that I get the names right. It's connected to Carriage Court Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic food there. The first night we were here, Allie's parents took us out. I had a couple beers, we had some pizza, and we were with one of Allie's best friends, Alex. That was cool. Okay, let's get to the story. Moving nightmare. You know I did that?
For the clip.
I did it for the picture. Maybe a month ago, before we moved, Allie found these movers. November.
I booked it in November.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, so more than a month. Allie found some movers. She filled out something. Hey, looking for movers, wanted quotes. So she was getting some quotes, and then this company, should I say the company name? Yeah, because fuck them. What is it? Allstate Moving and Storage?
Uh-huh.
Allstate Moving and Storage, based in Florida, is who called her and said, hey, look, we can move you from Henderson, Nevada to Crown Point, Indiana. Right? A lot of miles, real far away. They said, we can do it for about, what did they quote you at?
2,500. I'd have to look, but it was around that.
So let's say 3,000. They quoted her 3,000. When she told me, I was like, fuck, that's really good. Like, from there to there, wow, that's really good. Allie told me the only thing I didn't tell the moving company is about our outdoor patio, or the patio furniture, which is two seats and a little table.
I also said like our entertainment center and the tall dresser, but yeah.
You didn't tell them that?
Yeah.
Okay. So there was a couple things that she didn't tell them about. She kept trying to get a hold of them to tell them, hey, look, I forgot to tell you about this. And they just kept, what, everything okay?
It's just lots of feedback is happening.
I don't know.
Oh,
Is it really, really bad?
is your phone going off or something?
No. I hear a buzz in the air.
Yeah. It just stopped.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
We're going to have to get used to some stuff.
Yeah.
It's okay now, though?
Yeah.
Okay. So she kept trying to call him back. Is it happening again?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, baby.
It's almost like if someone's getting a phone call, like if someone's like, because it's like.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, baby.
It's okay. Whatever.
If you guys hear something, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Allie kept trying to call, let them know, hey, you know. And every time she would call, somebody would tell you, don't worry about it. They're going to call you like a week before you move, or a couple days before the move, and they'll figure it out. Okay. Allie goes and, again, she told the movers, we have, my phone's not doing anything. It's just on.
It's just on, maybe, so that's why.
Allie told them how big our apartment was in square footage. She told them on the 24th of February, she went over all the measurements with the guy. So she measured stuff and told them, like, we have this, we have 2 beds. She told them everything. The reason why I know that is because we were at my mom's house. She was outside in the back patio talking to the guy on speakerphone, and I heard all this. So then the guy says, well, now it's going to be $5,000. Okay. It was a little like, but fine. We had saved, because we knew we were moving, we had saved some money. So everything was fine. So Allie's going through the measurements with the guy on the phone at my mom's house. And the guy says, well, now it's going to be, he says the quote is, I'm going to quote you high. It's going to be $5,000 now. Okay. But we have the money because we saved extra money to be able to move, because that was the point. That was the plan. The day on the 26th, they said they were going to come the 26th or the 27th. What was it, the 27th they called you? Well, first off, we hadn't heard anything, so Allie called the moving company and was asking, hey, what's going on? We haven't heard anything. And they said they'll call you when they're an hour out, correct?
Yeah.
Then what day did you call when we found out that they broke down?
The 27th.
The 27th. And it was later in the day.
It was like
maybe 3 or 4.
I think I would call it like 2:50 p.m.
Okay. So around 2:50 p.m. on the 27th, this is the second day, so we didn't hear anything on the 26th. 27th, we don't hear anything, because we're just waiting, because they said they were going to show up either the 26th or the 27th. So we're just waiting around. Allie calls. She's like, you know what? Just let me call. She calls. Then we're told that the drivers broke down and they're stuck in San Francisco. Well, it's a Sunday. Now they say they have to wait for a mechanic on Monday. Nobody tells us anything. The moving company never reached out to us to say, hey, FYI, nothing. So at this point, we were kind of pissed, because like, well, what the fuck? Like, nobody, if we wouldn't have called, we wouldn't have heard anything. Then that night, I'm talking to Allie, I go, hey, I don't know if they're going to make it tomorrow. She goes, why? And I said, well, think about it. San Francisco is about 8 hours away from Henderson, Nevada. That means they would have to get a mechanic super early, and then they would have to drive 8 hours. And I was being nice, and I thought at 9 o'clock, if they have, just before 9, if they fix the truck just before 9, they start driving. That means they would be, if they drove straight through no traffic, they'd be in Henderson, Nevada at 5. I said, now think about it. They're going to have to stop at least, I was thinking 3 times. They're going to hit some traffic. It's going to put us in Henderson, put them in Henderson around 8 or 9 is what I was thinking. And it's going to take them at least 2 hours to pack up the van. So I was like, I don't think they're going to do this. The next day, did they call? The next day they never called you. You called them again?
So they called me later, and they said, GPS says that we're not going to be there until 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Do you want us to just do it in the morning?
Yeah.
I had to cancel the hotel.
So now we're pissed because we had a hotel that we paid for because they were supposed to, the 27th, they're supposed to move all our stuff out and start driving. So we were going to stay the night in a hotel and then drive the next day after getting a good night's rest. Well, we were able to move it a day. Well, now we're moving it 2 fucking days. So then we had to cancel it short notice because nobody is communicating with us. We're trying to communicate with them. Nobody's communicating with us until the very end. It's like, oh, hey, by the way, 5 o'clock comes around. We're not going to get there till 11. When the fuck are we going to tell me this? Granted, Allie had called 2 more times in the day trying to find out updates, and nobody's getting back to us. So then Allie tells him, be at the house by 6. We'll call you at 6 a.m. The next day comes, 7:15, Allie calls them. Did I say 7?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 6:15.
I was like, I called them at 6. They said they were outside.
Oh, I thought you called them at 6:15.
I
Anyways, she woke up. I remember her waking up. She called. She was like, they're fucking right outside. Like, why didn't they? So now they come. They park the truck. And all of a sudden, the guy told you. How much did he tell you?
Like right off the bat when he came upstairs. Yeah. So you were out walking the dogs.
Yeah.
Because you had to keep them away.
Yeah.
From them. And he like drew out a picture. Hi, I have a 2,300 square foot truck. And I'm like, cool. My apartment's only 1,100 square feet.
Yeah.
So there's no way you're going to fill it.
Yeah.
No way. But he's making it sound like you're going to take up my whole truck.
Yeah.
And he's like letting me know how much I'm going to like go over. Like this is 680 square feet or whatever I was.
But then he starts doing cubic feet.
And he says that I should have paid in weight.
In weight instead of.
But I was never given that option.
Yes. Then the guy tells Allie it's going to be $11,000.
No. First, then he said like 8,000. Remember?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yes, correct.
I start crying.
Yeah. So I get on the phone. I try to talk to somebody customer service. Their customer service, fucking horrendous.
It's like 2 people.
Fucking horrendous. The only thing I kept getting is, well, you signed the contract. Well, what do you want me to do? And I said, oh, then the first one I talked to, she said, well, that was a quote. You know how quotes work? And I said, I understand how quotes work. I said, but if I'm giving you all the information about what I have, and you're telling me that you're receiving the information that I'm giving you, then you're giving me a number. I don't make the numbers. It's not like we said, we're only going to do it for $5,000. We didn't say that. Allie gave them the measurements. She told them how big the apartment was. She told them everything we had. They said that's going to be $5,000. The estimate is $5,000, and that's estimating high. I don't fucking know how that works. I'm telling you so that you can tell me, right? Then the lady goes, well, the movers have a better idea. And I said, well, then why the fuck did anybody give us a quote then? Mm-hmm. If you're relying on the movers on the actual day, say that when you're but I know the reason why they're not going to say that to anybody is because if you tell that to people, people are going to be like, go fuck yourself. You're not even going to give me an idea of how much it is? No. Then you can show up and do exactly what they did. Like, oh, I'm going to charge you whatever I want. So then I tell the lady, how do I go about canceling this? And she says, well, why would you cancel it? They're already there. And I'm like, you're not understanding. You go to pay for something and it's $100 and you're told it's $100, right? You get to the cashier and they say, now it's $4,000. Are you just going to go, well, I mean, it's $4,000. And I told her almost verbatim, if somebody does that shit to you, are you going to be super chill? I said, because I don't think you're going to be super chill.
Yeah.
Then she says, well, you signed the contract. And I said, I understand. You keep saying the same thing to me as if I'm not understanding. I said, and I'm trying to tell you things from my point of view, and you're giving me shit. And I even told her, it sounds like you don't give a shit. I said, which is the worst part of this. Oh, then they told us they couldn't take any of our dressers with any clothes in them. And I said, huh?
Tell me how that makes sense.
They said no because they didn't even give us
no,
like.
The guy said because it can move around in the truck.
Oh, that's right. And I said no, it can't because if there's stuff in it, it's gonna weigh it down.
I said let's tape the drawers. That was the whole thing. And I'm like, I said I'm saving you space and me money.
Yes.
Don't you think that would make sense?
Because I think for every box, he was like, oh, it's gonna be like $45 for a fucking box.
Yeah, he just kept saying, we'll box it ourselves then. Now, I'm thinking, now we have valuable things in these drawers.
Yes.
That we have put strategically in there to be full and...
But here's another thing. When Allie was talking to the guy at my mom's house, going over everything we had, Allie specifically asked him, can we have things in the drawer? And the guy said, yes.
And then all that guy kept saying was, it's in the contract, it's in the contract. And I'm like, show me the contract because it doesn't say that in my contract.
The mover that day kept saying, it's in my contract.
Then show me your contract because my contract just talks about legalities and movers being 30 days late and all that.
Yeah. Nowhere in the contract, later as we're reading the contract, nowhere in the contract does it say that we cannot have anything in the drawers. Mm-hmm. So then I call again customer service. Maybe like, oh, by the way, by this time, I've told the guy, the mover, to stop moving shit. I told him, stop moving our shit.
It's also like noon by now.
No, it wasn't noon yet.
I mean, but like,
was it noon yet?
It had been forever.
Was it noon yet?
Okay.
They had been there for like an hour. They put some stuff in their van or in their truck, and I told them, stop fucking moving our shit.
And they broke the floor.
I'll get to that.
I'm just saying, like, right away.
Oh, yeah, they did do that pretty quick.
Right away. It was when they took the couch down.
So I'm telling them, stop moving our shit. So I talked to somebody else in customer service. The guy tells, like, almost, it's like they have a script. He's telling me the same shit the chick before was telling me. Well, you signed the contract. Well, you know how estimates work? And I said, you guys are fucking terrible. And I told him that. I said, your customer service sucks dick. Like, it's fucking terrible. I don't think I said it sucks dick. I think it said, I don't think I would say that it sucks dick because that would imply that that's a bad thing.
You said...
I said something along the lines of your customer service is shitty or you're shitty at customer service something. So then I said, can I speak to a manager or supervisor? And he goes, I am the supervisor. And I go, man, then that's when I said, you fucking suck at your job, man. Yeah. And I was I'm calm. And I'm like, what? And it was funny because two of our maintenance guys, they're walking by, doing some stuff to apartments and fixing this, and they're just like looking at me as they're walking by, like, because nobody's heard me talk like this to anybody. Like I'm mad, but I'm here. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? So then I'm telling the movers. Then the mover's like, I don't. And I said, my man, where does it fucking say this shit? And he's like, I don't know why you're getting mad. I said, my man, you just told me that the price that we signed the contract for now just went out the window. And you want me to be chill? And the fact that you were fucking late and you motherfuckers never told us. We had to call you. I was like, oh. Then the movers kept telling us, we don't work for them.
Yeah.
Because we were like, in our contract, we don't work for them. We don't work for... I said, well, then who the fuck do you work for?
Yeah.
So what are you talking about? I said, you're just two people that showed up to move our shit? What? And I told them, I said, you clearly aren't talking, because then we find out, what's the name of their company?
Easy Moving something. Hold on. Let me find the exact.
I think I have a picture of it too.
You can actually tell these
Yeah,
people.
you tell me. Easy Moving
Express.
Okay.
In Patterson, New Jersey.
New Jersey. So then he's like, we don't work for them. And I said, they're telling, the contract over here is telling me one thing. You're telling me something else. You're telling me you don't work for these people. I didn't know that these people were subcontracting you to do the fucking move because nobody told us that shit. I said, so these people aren't talking to you. You're not talking to them. And nobody's fucking talking to us. So I'm yelling at the guy. Not like, ah! But I'm loudly like, you're fucking stupid. Stop touching my shit. Right? So I go up to the guy and I said, look. I said, I can only give you $3,000 right now. Allie's losing her shit. The moment Allie starts crying, I was ready. Not only did I wanted to beat the shit out of the guys, but I wanted to let the dogs loose on them. Mm-hmm. First, I wanted to beat the shit out of them, and then I wanted to let the dogs loose on them.
Well, because at this point, we're thinking maybe we'll just get all of our stuff off the truck and then go get a U-Haul. And then we were looking at those prices quickly on our phone, and it's like $4,000 to even get the size of a U-Haul that we would need. And then we lose our deposit completely. And that was $2,200 that we would never see ever.
That's another thing. So we paid a total of $2,200 as a deposit before anybody even showed up.
Yeah.
So when I was on the phone with the customer service person, when I told her, I want to cancel it. I said, how do I get my money back? She says, you don't get back the deposit. And I said, so you just steal my money like that? She's like, well, a deposit you don't get back. And I said, companies are able to do this? This is a deposit, but I don't want your service anymore. Oh, well, that definitely needs to change, because that's some fucking bullshit. That a company can just, no. And it's not just because, I would understand if they got there and we just had a change of heart. You know what, we're just going to do it ourselves. That would be different.
Yeah.
That would be totally different. But again, tell me one price and then go, it's going to be like double?
3 times.
And then we're just supposed to go, okay, we'll keep $2,200? Fuck that. So there was that. So I tell the guy, I said, man, I can't pay you. Because he wanted $4,000. I said, $4,000 now, $4,000 later. So I told him, I said, look, I can only give you, did I mess something up?
Yeah, you keep cutting out. That's weird. Okay, you're
My
good
bad.
now.
So I told my man, I can only give you $3,000 now. I was adamant because I stopped moving our shit.
Yeah.
He looks at me and says, don't worry about it. If you give me cash, we'll take all this stuff and we'll figure out the rest when we deliver it to Crump, or, to where you're moving. And I said, but I can only give you $3,000. Like, I can't, don't worry about it. Just, okay. So we go, so I tell him, I said, if this is, because now he's like, I'm going to take care of you. Don't worry about it. Like, and I said, the other fucking people don't give a shit. I said, doesn't seem like you give a shit. Mm-hmm. No, don't worry. Trust in me. So he's reassuring me that if I give him the money, cash, that everything's going to be fine.
Doesn't it all sound like red flags now that we're reliving it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But he also says something about, like, we're moving to Illinois, and I was like, wait, what? You don't know where we're going?
Yeah, he's like, where are you guys moving? I was like, and I told him, I said, what do you mean? Why are you asking me? You should know where the fuck we're moving. You're moving our shit. So we go get the money and give it to him. He goes, don't worry about it. Don't worry. I'll talk to the company. Don't worry. Okay. That's why, that's a key moment, because that's why I let him continue to take our shit. I was like, okay, well, I mean, he told, again, I'm talking to the guy. So that's an important part of the story. He told me everything was going to be fine. I'm going to take care of you. Don't worry about it. You can give us the $3,000 now, and then we'll figure out the rest when we drop it off. Okay. Again, that's why I told him, okay, then continue moving. Then he kept telling me, well, you're taking up more of the truck and more of the truck. And I said, why do you keep telling me that? Like, you said we're going to work this out. I gave you the money, right? And he kept, yeah. Okay, fine. So they started at 6, let's say they started at 6:45 because it was closer to 7. Maybe, let's say 7 they started moving our shit. They didn't finish till almost 2? Mm-hmm. So what? That's 7 to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Almost 7 hours of fucking moving.
They also at one point were just like sitting in the truck. Remember, we were just like waiting for them to just kind of finish?
Yes.
And they were like, oh, we were waiting on you.
No, 3 times. One of them, they stopped. And I get it. You're taking a smoke break. And I was kind of pissed. And I said, what the fuck are you doing? And he goes, oh, we're taking a break. And I said, okay, well, hurry up. He goes, well, he said something. And I said, you need to move this shit so that we can get the fuck out of here. And then another time.
My stuff's going to smell like smoke, isn't it?
I don't know. Oh. So now we're like, because now we have the dogs, so it's not like we can just chill anywhere. We have to, like, I think it's one of the, I don't know what it is. Something in the house is making noise. Sorry, guys. So now we're like, I'm walking the dogs. We're trying to find a place to chill. So we go into the clubhouse just right outside overlooking the pools. Now I'm just chilling there. We're there for maybe 20 minutes because now Allie, she's talking to her parents and we're like, what the fuck is going on? Like this and that. Our new landlord, he's a lawyer. He didn't have to do anything for us. And he's working. He's doing his own shit. And he's the one that looked over the contract and was like, yeah, it doesn't say anything about, nothing in there specifies that you can't have anything in your drawers and stuff. So we're sitting there for like 20 minutes. Allie goes and is like, what the fuck is taking these guys so long? Then the guy goes, oh, we've been waiting for you to talk to you.
Oh, no. He said, I need to speak with your husband. At that point, they wouldn't talk to me.
Oh, that's right. They wouldn't.
Like, I'm a woman.
So Allie comes back, and she, like, comes in like this. Like, you can tell, and I'm like, now fucking what? So she's like, they want to talk to you. They need to talk to you.
And our stuff's like, still on the side of the truck. Like, they haven't taken the TV in.
Yeah. I go talk to the guy. And I see the one guy sitting in one of our chairs, and he's like this, just getting sun.
Yeah.
I walk up and I go, what the fuck are you doing? Mm-hmm. And he goes, the guy needs to talk to you. I said, do you not know how to talk? He goes, the guy in the truck. I go, yeah, take a break. So then I talked to the guy in the truck, and the guy, I go, you need to talk to me? You need to talk to us? He goes, yeah. And I go, do you not have my wife's phone? And he goes, oh, my phone died. And I said, fucking charge your phone then, dude. So he goes, yeah, I need to talk to you. I said, you could have done this shit earlier. So what the fuck are we doing? Hey, you don't have to get so angry. I said, but I do. I need to get angry. I said, because you're not doing what we're fucking paying you to do. So then he tells me, I don't even remember what he told me. He said something about like, well, now you got to take up a little more. I said, yeah, you just keep telling me that I'm going to take up the fucking space. I said, you should know how much shit we had because we fucking talked to the company and you say you don't work for the fucking company. So you're not talking to the company. I said, I don't even know what the fuck is going on here. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. So he's like, well, you're going to take up this much, but I'm only going to charge you. I said, then fucking move the stuff then. Why do you keep talking to me? I said, do it. Just fucking do it. Okay, well, again, you don't have to get angry. And I said, but I do. I said, because, then I said, you're doing a shitty job. I said, because you just broke something in the fucking apartment that now we're going to have to pay for. I said, you didn't even fucking tell us.
You're dropping stuff from our balcony that we now...
That was another thing. They were tossing things over the balcony.
Like duffel bags and our furniture. Our fucking
Which we got it
furniture.
on. Thankfully, I text our downstairs neighbor, and she sent me the 2 videos of them doing it so that we can use that in case something breaks, and I don't know. At the end, finally, the stuff is out. Then the guy says, the total is going to be $11,000. 11 and like 3.
We need $2,600 more on top of the $3,000 that we just gave them.
Mind you, Allie and I had enough to give them $7,000, right? Now you would think that $7,000 is a good chunk of change to have, right? I think it is. Mm-hmm. But then when they move the goalposts again to 11, what?
Now we have no money for anything.
What? So I had to call my buddy Jonah, and I said, "Hey man, I'm in a tough spot." And in classic Jonah fashion, he goes, "How much you need?" So I told him. He goes, "There you go." If it wasn't for him, we're fucked. We'd be royally fucked. Mm-hmm. Oh, because then the guy tells me, here's another thing. There was things that they didn't take.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were like, I don't take that.
We're done, too.
I said, but you're not done. I said, there's still shit up there. We're done. And I said, so you just decide? Like, you're telling us when you're done? I said, we're telling you when you're done. We're paying you.
I had to throw away 2 comforters, 2 pillows, our garbage can.
There was shit that we had to throw away that we didn't need to throw away because they should have put it in the goddamn fucking truck.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing, at one point, one of the guys tells Allie, the guy that we were dealing with, he tells him, well, before COVID, you could have rented this whole truck out for $6,000. So then when I talked to him later, I said, you know how I know you guys are crooks and this is a fucking racket? I said, because you told my wife that this was $6,000 at one point. I said, now it's 11. I said, fuck you. And I said it very, very nicely. I said, fuck you, man. And every time I would insult, like, because, I mean, for lack of a better word, I was insulting him because he was being a piece of shit. And I was just letting him know, you're a piece of shit. But I told him like that. I said, you're a piece of shit. And I think you can go fuck yourself. But every time I told him like that, he was very confused. Because I think he expected me to like, fuck you. And I didn't. I was like, man, fuck you. You're a piece of shit. So he tells me, if you don't give me the almost the almost $3,000,
$2,600, yeah.
Like I need that money first, and then we can start driving.
We can start the truck, yeah.
And I said, my man, you just told me. Granted, this is after they've loaded the shit into their truck. I said, my man, you told me before. I said, I told you to fucking stop moving our shit. I told you how much I could give you. And now, I said, this is another reason why I know that this shit is a racket. I said, because now you're holding our shit hostage, is what you're doing.
Yeah.
I said, man. I said, fuck you so hard, dude. And I started laughing. I don't know what else to do. I'm telling you, I wanted to hit him. And I think I even looked at him and I said, man, I said, if I didn't want to go to jail, or I said something to the effect of, if I didn't care about going to jail, I said I'd beat the shit out of you so hard right now, for fun, just for fun. Well, no, because I was pissed.
So now we like deplete all of our money.
Now I'm telling you, we depleted the $7,000 that we had.
It's all gone.
Done. Plus, I asked Jonah for more. So we start driving. Because now the guy has the money.
Oh, they left though, remember? They just pieced. We were like, where'd they go?
Oh, yeah.
They just left.
So they leave. You guys have at least fucking half that you told me you needed to start driving that goddamn fucking truck. Before the guy leaves, I tell him how long, because I told him, I said, what if I can't get the money? He said, the moment you give us the money, we'll start driving there. I said, how long is it going to take? And he goes, it's going to take me 2 days. I said, so if I give you the money today on a Tuesday, you'll get there on Thursday? He goes, yeah. He goes, but if you give it to me tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll get there Friday. Perfect. We give him the money. We start driving. So he told me 2 days. So we left Henderson
Tuesday afternoon.
Tuesday,
3 p.m.
Almost 3 p.m. We drove through the night. Drove. We got to North Platte, Nebraska at
it was like afternoon.
2 p.m.?
2 or 3, yeah.
I think it was 2 p.m. Luckily, we were able to get an early check-in. We get there. We finally shower. I'm driving the whole time because I do not want Allie driving. The boys are in the back. Now we have a bunch of shit in the back also.
It was supposed to be comfortable and now
because
shit everywhere.
We had to take a bunch of shit that we weren't planning on taking because they didn't fucking want to take it. So we get there, we shower, we walk the boys, we get something to eat, we pass the fuck out. We wake up at 9 p.m. Well, I think we pass out at like 4?
I like made
5?
you wake up at like 9:30.
We wake up, we take the dogs out, we come back, and I pass out. We wake up at 4 a.m. What happened?
You get really cloudy, whatever. Don't move your head.
Okay. We wake up at 4 a.m. We start driving. At one point, the night before, we stopped for like 4 hours, 4 hours to take a nap.
In Vail.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know, it was like 3 a.m. I told Allie, I said, baby, I'm feeling it now. She said, okay. And there was no way that I was gonna let her drive because you weren't sleeping.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, she's in the passenger seat, but she hasn't slept either. Like, we can't do this. So luckily we find a really nice spot.
Oh yeah, it was like a nice rest area.
Bathrooms were nice and clean. Everything was
clean.
Everything
they were
was nice.
Warm. Yeah.
Well, we were warm up until.
No, I mean the bathrooms were warm.
Yes.
Yeah.
The car got cold quick because it was
so cold.
So cold up there. But when I think I woke up an hour before I put my alarm. Like, I felt the chill. I was like, fuck. But I passed out because I was tired, and then I woke up. And then after that little power nap, I felt great. I was like, let's go. So we get to the hotel, we eat, we sleep, we walk the boys. Everybody's, good. And the next day, we make it here. That day, the day before, the Wednesday, I'm texting the guy we paid. I'm texting the driver. I'm calling. I'm getting nothing. Allie's doing the same thing, getting nothing. She calls Allstate Moving and Storage, and they're like, usually a move takes 21 days. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Can you contact the driver? It takes like 3 to 5 days for us to hear back. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Remember when the guy put me on hold for an hour?
She goes, can you locate my driver so we know, get an idea where they are? Yeah, sure. She's on the phone for an hour and 4 minutes. I took a picture of the fucking screen.
Just on hold.
Just on hold.
Like,
not like a comeback. Hey, I'm still trying, bear with me. No, nothing. Just hold for an hour and 4 minutes. Then we get here. So Thursday, we don't hear anything from anybody. Oh, no. Before we get here, Allie gets a text from the second driver.
The guy that said that they were broken on the side of the road, but turns out like he's not with them. I don't know.
She gets 3 to 5 business days.
That's it.
That's all.
No context.
Hey, when are you guys going to be here? An idea so we know. 3 to 5 business days. So then I said 3 to 5 business days from today or starting tomorrow? Like when? So we're doing the math and we go, this day or this day? So Allie writes, this day or this day? Nothing. So now we're here in Crown Point. And every single day we've sent a text, we've called, everybody that we can call. We're not getting a goddamn thing.
Nothing.
And it's beyond pissing us off.
So we swallowed our pride 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago, because some people had told me, hey, do you have a GoFundMe or anything? And we were like, no, we don't. Like, it felt weird asking for money because of this situation.
Yeah, because it's like
nobody's died. Nobody's in the hospital dying. We haven't experienced a natural disaster. We weren't in a tornado, an earthquake, none of that.
We got scammed.
A lot of the, I don't want to say normal, but a lot of the typical things you hear, you see from GoFundMe, we're not experiencing any of that. We still have jobs. We still have our health. We still have the boys. We still have the baby. But
I'd like to go to my job.
yeah, that's another thing. I can't go to work because my uniforms are on that truck. Allie was smart enough. Well,
I was supposed to go to work on Friday.
But you were smart enough, and she was able to grab some uniforms before they put her stuff in the truck. My stuff was well into the truck.
Well, I did that the night before, but yeah. Anyway.
I didn't. Again, that's all my fault. I wasn't thinking, like I'm trying to figure shit out. But also, I didn't think that they were gonna take almost a fucking week to get here. Again,
if that.
After the guy told me that it was going to be 2 days. Again, I didn't say it was going to be 2 days. I didn't tell him to be here in 2 days. He told me he was going to be here in 2 days.
Yeah.
You see what I'm like? That's why when I'm at work and people ask me questions, I try to pick my words carefully. Because I want to give the most accurate information to our customers so that I don't piss them off, so that I'm not lying, so that I just give them the correct information. And if I don't know, I go, I don't know. Let me go find out. Let me go try to find out. But nothing from easy dumb fuck movers to Allstate moving and storage and dumb fuckery. Nobody in there is professional or cares. Oh, the third person I called
not
the day they're moving?
all. Like they're not even talking to each other.
No.
They're not human.
The third person I called that day of the move was a salesman. And when he first picked up the phone, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, man, is Thomas available? He's like, no, he's not available. Why? Can I help you with something? I said, yeah. My wife talked to Thomas. He gave us a quote. And then he talked to, I don't even remember the other guy. Mike.
The guy who
Allie's yelling.
Who I did the
I talked to Mike.
With.
I said, talk to Mike, gave him the measurements, blah, 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 blah. He told us it was going to be $5,000. Now we're being told it's $9,000. And he goes, well, you know how an estimate works? And I said, yeah, one of your customer service reps told me that. I understand how an estimate works. I said, but do you understand what's the point of an estimate if it's not going to be around the ballpark? Like, it's not even $1,000 plus or minus. It's thousands of dollars plus. So I told him, I said, are you guys that bad at your job? Then he proceeds to tell me, first he says, your wife never gave Mike any measurements. And I said, how do you know that if you didn't talk to her? So that's weird that you would assume that already. And then he says, your wife takes shitty, then he goes, then your wife takes shitty measurements, and then hung up on me. And I went, cool. So nobody in this company gives a shit.
No.
Yeah, so this is a week since they picked up our stuff.
Yeah.
Still waiting, and we've heard some horror stories, which is making us very nervous.
It's very nerve-wracking. I want to give a shout out to Haley.
Yes.
How Haley's she reposted us on Facebook, I think, and Instagram. Mm-hmm. And she said, I want to say, I can't believe this story, but I can because this happened to her friends last year, and her husband worked for the FBI, tracked down the truck. Wait, but found out they were selling it in a storage unit.
Yes.
Thank you.
We hope it doesn't come. And here's the thing: I don't give a shit. Everything is replaceable. I understand that. But because my uniforms are on that truck, and I am a flight attendant, what worries me is, what are they going to do with my uniforms? We live in a day and age where terrorism and people doing shady shit is a real possibility. Why? What could come of that? And obviously, I'm thinking of the worst case. I just hit my mic. I just realized that.
Every time you move, it's like very cloudy.
Oh. I'm trying to be animated, so I just don't look robotronic.
I know.
I think the worst case scenario, and I'm trying not to, but how could I not? I have nothing to do but sit around and see an empty fucking house. The couch, we'll buy a new one. Bed, we'll buy a new one. All that shit, I don't give a shit. I want my work stuff, and Allie's work phone is on there, which is, there's federal property on that truck. And we've conveyed that to the movers, and they don't give a shit.
They literally don't even listen when we say something like that.
Tomorrow, we have a sit-down meeting with one of Allie's dad's friends who works for a newspaper in town. Mm-hmm. He has some connections with newspaper people in New Jersey and in Florida. We're going to sit down and we're going to talk to him and tell him about our story.
Tell them all over again.
Hopefully he can get the word out to those people, maybe put out a story down there, something. We don't know what's going to come of this, but we're trying all avenues. We even made a report with the Better Business Bureau. One of Haley's friends reached out to her and Allie and said, hey, I work for the Department of Transportation. Give me their DOT number, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And this, and I'll look into it. Tomorrow, again, if we don't hear, tomorrow we were advised to call the cops.
File a police report.
Because, again, at this point, if you're telling me that you can do it in 2 days, and then we get an update, 3 to 5, and you're not even honoring that, again, that's when I start thinking, why aren't they here when they said they were going to be? Again, I didn't tell them to get here in 2 days. I didn't tell them to get here in 5 days. I didn't tell them to get here in 3 days. They're telling us when they're going to be here. And the Allstate Moving and Storage dumb fucks, when all the quote in the contract was written, they said by the 6th it was going to be here, correct?
The 6th. They said your pickup date is the 26th, 27th. Your stuff should get to you by the 6th.
Again, these are all dates that they gave us. We didn't pick these. They gave it to us, and none of that shit is being honored. I wanted to talk about some other stuff, but I think I'm gonna have to save all that for the next episode. Because I mean, MLS started. We went to Disneyland. I know we already talked about Disneyland when we were at Disneyland, and that's another shitty thing. Like, we had the baby moon, everything was fine. Like, we started the move to here,
we were to high,
and then it came crashing fucking down. But
another shout out to my parents.
Oh, huge shout out to Jorge and Carla. Fucking A.
I mean, we would be so screwed without them. We would be sleeping on our suitcases.
Yeah. But not a huge shout out to them. Huge shout out to everybody else. I'm going to put a link to the GoFundMe. Anything helps, guys. I mean, at this point, we're just trying to survive. I mean, we don't even have money to get fucking food.
Like, we're literally using all of our credit card money,
which is not a lot.
It's not a lot, no.
So it's tough, and I know for sure we're gonna get through this.
Yeah.
But we definitely need help.
So.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna leave it at that because. Yeah, I think at least now I have content for everything that I wanted to talk about. Now I can talk about it in the next episode. And it's probably going to be the same background. My face looks super red.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm a little warm. Anyways.
We'll figure it out.
Maybe we'll shoot it somewhere else in the house.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like...
It's just nice and quiet up here.
Yeah. And I have Allie's behind me with a computer. There's a huge light that our landlords left us that we're using upstairs, and I have Thanatos over here sleeping and Apollo over here sleeping, and the camera is on top of a Ziploc bag. Take a picture of it so I can post it.
Okay.
And it's on their dog food thing. So again, guys, thank you again for coming back. I really appreciate it. Everybody that send us messages, donated, thank you very much.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll try and pay it forward as much as we can.
I try to do that every day, even before all this shit happened, but gotta continue. We'll see you next week, and hopefully we'll have a better update. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Remember, rate, like, subscribe, tell everybody you know to listen to The Jesus Show, not that one. All right, see you next week, guys.